the ladies' room. This is really nice. I like the black and white. I'm happy to have you been here.
Well, it's about time. I'm glad to have you here.
I was glad you answered my phone call because I know you're busy.
I don't try to be. I need an assistant, but here she is, the assistant.
The mannequin, your sister girl.
Right, here she is. She's a rider. She's been with me for a while.
Do she manage you? Does she do everything
Yeah,
you say?
that's the only one that listens.
Is she expensive? Girl?
Yeah, no, she good.
She good. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's the best.
Yeah.
I mean,
We barter. I keep her cute. She do what I need.
I
her
need
to
me
do.
a mannequin for assistant. But listen, while we're in here, you know, and checking it out and taking pictures and stuff, how did the ladies' room get started? I mean,
Well, really, it was by accident. When I first started the ladies' room, I was more or less like in conversation with just women all the time. I found myself like starting different events and starting different things, and I was like, oh, I want to throw this event, and I throw that one, and then I get hype and crunk for that one, and then I throw another one, then I get even more pumped up, and then, you know, from 2008 to moving up to probably about 2013 or 14, I was like, okay, I'm renting all these spaces. I just want to be in a place where I can just create my own.
Right.
And talking to different women, you know, I always had that business sense where I didn't go to college for it. I just was just smart in certain areas, and somebody will say something. I said, what kind of business do you own? And they'll tell me. And then pretty much, you know, it'll go from there. I go popping off ideas, my normal self. And I still do that now. You tell me you own a business or you do, you know, videography, I'll be like, oh, why don't you think about this? And so I was like, well, let me think of a place, you know, that I can have where, you know, women can just come together and just support each other, network, and break glass ceilings together. And I didn't want a business where it was just about me.
right.
So, and I didn't want a business where, and I, you know, everybody know I love money.
But
It wasn't about that. It was more or less about, you know, just growing your own business. A lot of women don't have storefronts or places where they can set up, and vendor, you know, spaces be too high. So mainly I just wanted a place where I can set the price and it's affordable to everybody, and you don't have to feel like you got to go and pay all that overhead. You can just use my spot.
I wish were you around December, because I sure was looking for a place for my mom's retirement.
Yeah, you just wasn't even looking. You weren't looking hard enough. I've been here.
I got you next time. Boo. I got you next time. So speaking of entrepreneur, how long have you been an entrepreneur?
I've been an entrepreneur probably since, I can't even tell you, because I was selling now laters in school. Like, and then once I got in trouble about selling, you know, candy in school, then I started selling it on the bus. You know what I'm saying? So it was more or less like, I don't even know why. I just always felt like that if I can get you to buy it, you know what I'm saying, then, hey, I'm on to something. And so whatever I thought would sell, I'd sell it, you know. And so then I started selling lingerie. I started selling candy out the house. Then I turned around and started selling lingerie. Then while I was selling lingerie out the house, I changed my mind and started selling in the strip club. And so then I was making a lot of money in the strip club. And hey, after that, I'm like, okay, I'm good at this thing.
So you just got an entrepreneur spirit. You just
I do. I
it's
just
in your
love
blood.
it. Yeah, because it's not more or less all it. I'm not gonna say it's not about the money, but and I keep coming back to that, but it is.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's really just, it's more or less, it's like a game to me. You know, it's like, you know, like I heard, what's his name, Warren Buffett, he say, you know, he made $1 billion, and it's just more like playing Monopoly to him. He gave it all away just to see can he get it back, because he knew he could. And that's the same thing as like to start something. It's easy for me to start something. I can go to sleep and wake up in the morning and got an idea, and I want to get that popping right then.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's like second nature, and I love it. You know, it's a blessing and a curse. It have its days.
Yeah.
I wear myself out, body breaking down, but in the same sense, though, like I'm cool with it, and it's like I can't even explain it. So.
Well, you running yourself out, but by the time you get to a certain age, 50, 60,
Yeah.
your money be working for you. Right now, you're working for your money.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway, so has Little Rock and the surrounding communities given you the support you need?
I can't say, you know, Little Rock has its ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? You got some women, and I would say mainly women because it is the ladies' room. You got some women around here to where, you know, it's like a shot in the foot. You know, it's the mindset basically. We're not there yet, I would say, as a whole. You see other cities, and I go out of town and I visit other places or whatever, and I see how women are just popping, you know, like places like St. Louis, you know, we all know like Atlanta and stuff like that, and we are not there yet because of the mindset. It's like we literally like this, crabs in a bucket. Keisha selling hair, Tasha selling hair, Keisha and Tasha got a problem with each other because of some other stuff, and so now they hating on each other instead of just saying, well, hey, I may sell hair today, but I don't have that 19 inches, so I'm gonna send you over there to Keisha. You know what I'm saying? And so once we get past that mindset, we can go somewhere. So I can say that I've created my own community, and I don't have, you know, problems with anybody. I get the support because pretty much everybody, when they meet me, they know I'm real, you know, and I call a thing a thing. So my support just comes genuine, and I think because I give so much and God just blessed me on that end, so I haven't had a problem with, you know, any support. I love all the ladies that I deal with, and guys too. A lot of guys reach out and say, hey, I see what you're doing, you know, what you're doing or whatever, and it's just love all across the board, and I just give it back.
You need more people like you around.
Yeah, really we do. I wish I can clone me, but you know, we do need more people with that mindset to where just pull people along. You don't have to push people back because it's like a shot in the foot. Like I say, you don't get where you need to go because you don't want nobody to get ahead of you, and that's not the thing. You know,
that's crazy because if you don't want nobody, you pushing yourself back by trying to knock somebody else shine out.
Right.
Everybody, if you help somebody, you bless somebody, gonna get that.
And then on top of that, you never know who you connect with. You know what I'm saying? Networking is key because you can have a room full of people and you hurting in marketing or you hurting in branding or something like that, and then you shake a hand with somebody, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and then that person say, oh, well, you say, well, what do I do? And they be like, oh, I do branding, and you know you hurting in that area. Hey, rub elbows, like, you know what I'm saying? I need a little help with branding. I got this place, so, and we miss the market also, and everybody does, and it's not just Little Rock. People, in period, in business, miss the bartering. It's a lot that, back in the day, that's what they used to do to get ahead, you know what I'm saying? If I got all this space, and you're a photographer, and you need a spot, and I need some pictures, then you know what I'm saying, let's talk about this. But the first thing that, you know, a lot of people do want to throw a price that they want to get paid. All right, because somebody out there will barter that.
Right.
So it's just a mindset.
Right, because if I'm doing that, somebody gonna call and say, look, I need some. You gonna get paid somewhere down the road.
Right.
The money gonna come somewhere.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a win, lose, whatever situation.
Right.
But you know, we all got to. I don't know, Little Rock is growing, I guess, to that point.
It is. Little Rock is.
Got a little ways to go. We getting there.
Yeah, we are. It take more events and it take more circles and, you know, not cliques. There's a difference between a circle and cliques. You got a clique of people that just, we don't want to deal with nobody. I don't have friends. I don't, you know, that petty level. But then you got a circle of a network of people that we all in business. You know what I mean? Or not just that I'm in this circle because I'm trying to grow my business or get in business. So yeah. It's a difference, but really but we getting there.
Yeah. And I follow you on Facebook. I love your Facebook status. This is very encouraging, inspiring. Do you inspire people? Anybody? This is not in the question, but do anybody inbox you and say, "Man, you inspired me today with your status because you inspire me every day." You know, and I'm trying to get, you know, to where I'm trying to go. So, do anybody tell you that you inspire them on your?
I get that so much, and it's so crazy because I can be, and what people don't get is that I may be the one that need motivation that day. That's what a lot of people don't get. If I'm feeling a certain way, I'm feeling down or whatever, I may be like, dang, and it's like an inner thing that speaks to myself, and I be like, you so right. And from somewhere I get that, and I be like, well, somebody else needs to hear this. Hey, don't be so, you know what I'm saying, you need to, don't give up. Like, you know what I'm saying, don't throw in the towel. You throw in the towel too quick, you know what I mean? You may miss something, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. And I know that's something, really, it was meant for me. And I put it on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? So I get that all the time. I get it all the time where people will be like, hey, I was thinking about starting this business and I put it off for so long, or just because of, you know what I'm saying, because you said something the other day, it made sense. And it's a blessing. I don't never take nothing for granted. It just be a blessing. Just to, sometimes some posts, some messages make me cry. I be like, God, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at what you're doing through me. It's not me, it's all God. So anything that's put in my spirit that blesses somebody else, that wasn't me. He just used me, I feel, as a vessel, or, you know, just to get that out there too, because you never know who needs that today.
You never know.
So,
know. But I know I'm your number one fan when it comes to looking at your status. You inspire me.
Thank you.
Given the opportunity, would you ever move to another city or state, or would you work it out and make it work here in Little Rock?
I think I make it work out here in Little Rock. It's a lot of times there where I look at it now that I don't have any kids. It's just me by myself now, and I'm a free bird. I can take any risk, jump off any cliff. So if I want to pack up today and move to Tuscaloosa, Stilling tomorrow, I ain't got to answer to nobody. And that's the difference. It's a different feeling. I feel like I've done my part, you know, and so now it's my time. And so, yeah, a lot of times, I can't say a lot of times, I'd be like, I just want to shut down my business because, you know what I'm saying, like, it's just, people not getting it here. And I would rather be around where it's the place where that's just their norm, you know what I mean? But I think about it, and I'm like, okay, you know, sometimes I'm a firm believer of, let business force you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of times my dad say, you need a bigger place, you need a bigger place. And I get that. I do need a bigger place, and some of the things that, like, you know, that I don't have here to accommodate some of my clients, but I make it work. And I just feel like that I'll get a bigger place or move to that next place when business forced me out.
Right.
You know, because sometimes you could jump out there thinking that you need different or thinking you need a bigger place, and you be to move too fast. You know, and then now you got all this space and no business.
Right.
And so that's pretty much where it is. But to move outside of Little Rock, I don't think I will. Right now, I don't know what the next 5 years will bring for me, but I can say I do want to connect with touching states.
Right.
Places like Memphis, you know, places like Texas, anything that's touching the back, the arms, just, you know, connect with touching states. Even as far as like within the state, like Memphis, like Pine Bluff, or, you know, Hot Springs and people like that. So that's mainly where my focus is within this 5-year span. So, yeah.
Right. And I have seen a lot of my Facebook friends that are just closing down shops and moving back and going to other states, cities and stuff. I'm like, my God, what is going on? It hurts my heart to see that, but, you know, maybe they need to go out of town to get the experience, and maybe they'll come back with something bigger and better for us.
And some it work out for us. Some people need a change, and you don't ever know really what the reason behind them leaving. But I just think that if it ain't working out for you here, then how do you know it's really gonna work out for you there? Once it work out for you here, then move and try it there. But I wouldn't tell anybody don't, you know, expand their territory or don't, you know, chase their dreams or nothing like that, because, you know, you never know. And I come from a family, you know, majority of my mom's family live in California. You got people in my family that have really, you know, good milestones. Like my grandma wrote the song Mr. Big Stuff. She's a producer. I got family, you know, that really is, you know, that's connected in good places. But just because they connected there, and I know I could probably go there and touch elbows with some good people, I still feel like that home is where I want to make it happen. And these are the people that really will genuinely love you. And once they catch on, then they'll support you. And a lot of times we say, well, family is the worst people. They won't support you. And I can honestly agree with that. I have more friends that I've connected with and been close to that I've seen that are coming here for almost every event that I throw and will support me. And they get that I miss their events. You know, I have people that really understand that, well, they don't hold it to me that, oh, she didn't make my birthday party, but I'm always to her stuff. They really do understand that I own an event center. I have to be here for everybody's event, you know, and so, but you do have some family that will reach out and say, hey, what you got going on? I want to just come support. And even if it's not that, sometimes, you know, we need that motivation from family, because friends can be there and they can, you know, come and show up at everything, but it's nothing like family love to show where, hey, I'm proud of you. Sometimes that's all it takes. We just want to hear that you proud. And even if you're not proud, we may need that family encouragement because I grew up with you, or you know what I'm saying, or you raised me, or something like that. And so that's what you need, that to just push along and just to grow.
Or just sometimes you got to push yourself.
Yeah, because you never know. And then on top of that, you never know what part in your journey, because it's all a journey when you in your business and you trying to grow with your business. It's a journey. If I could tell some of the stuff that I've been through with the ladies' room, you know, to go from one place and then being forced to shut that place down because of foundation issues. It wasn't me that failed as a business owner. It was the building that was about to collapse. It was an old building, but it was a beautiful place that I made it. But to spend money on trying to start this place and then to leave there sit down for a while, very frustrated, crying every day. Oh, I need a building. Oh, I need a place. I got to get back up. I got to get back up. And caring somewhat about what people think, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, she was up for 5 minutes and shut down. But when I thought about it, I'm like, I don't care what people think. I just want to find the right place so I won't have to move. Right. And when I moved, then it's to a bigger place. So, you know, just to go from one place to the next, that was a struggle for me mentally, you know, but to have family or friends to just encourage you along the way, every journey is a hard journey. It's not easy to get to success. There's no easy route. You gotta go through it. It's a lot of stairs. When you get there, you know, that's another thing that I can say, you know, that when a lot of women get to the top, and that's a shot in the foot here in Arkansas, because when they get their name known a couple of places, they just and you can't tell them nothing. They cocky on Facebook, and I got cars, and I got such and such, and you know what I'm saying, and my price is high because I didn't, you know. But it was not too long ago you was begging for a client. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like you got to be humble, because if you don't humble yourself, God will humble you. So I don't care how big you get. Be grateful for having the clients that you have. You can't talk to your clients any kind of way because you're making $100,000 a year now. You can't treat the people that want to be your client or want to try your business out any kind of way because you're dealing with celebrities that you probably paid for, you know what I'm saying, to endorse you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, be humble. That's the thing. I always say humble with your business, and it's not that you will grow yourself. God will continue to open doors for you if you show him that you're grateful and you humble.
Amen. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. So what's next for your business for the future?
I can't even say this one thing, but I'm going to try out the old folks this time. You know, and a lot of people keep coming to me. It's so funny because, you know, and it's crazy because men be like, oh, so the men can't come in ladies' room. Yeah, I'm gonna work with something, you know, create something for the men. Because, I mean, when I tell you, they've been on me, and they literally do say that, like, oh, so it's an all women's club, or He-Man Woman had a club, you know what I'm saying?
Woman,
and so, but I really want to work with, you know, kind of, right now, what I'm kind of focusing on is something that, you know, I want to be able to do my part with the community. That's really my next step, is working with a program for some of these teens that are misled, misguided. You know, I knew I had, you know, a mentor in my son's life being a single mom. And so, you know, that's the direction that I'm going. And also, you know, just with philanthropy attached to the ladies' room and something that I could do on that end. But I don't know, it's so many things. You never can tell with me, I swear. So I can't even really be honest and say, well, hey, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z, because that whole plan could be wiped out next week, and I'm on something else, like, you know.
Move in silence and just take one at a time.
Yeah, right.
So, in this day and time, I'm not gonna go deep in politics now, but in this day and time, is it the right time, you think, for people to start businesses?
I say now is the best time to start businesses because we have this, you know, we don't know what's next for our country. And with us not knowing what's next, you got to prepare yourself, you know, and you can't get stuck in the mindset that you, just because you've been on your job 5 years, you done got a couple of awards, you've been there 20 years, all that could stop tomorrow when you go in and they be like, I need to holler at you. And so I always tell people to have an ace in the hole. You got to. I don't care if you're selling freeze cups out the back door. You gotta have something there. Find a business, start a business. And a lot of people I hear say that they don't know what they want to start. I don't want to start a business. The will is there, but they don't know what they want to start. And the main thing that I tell people is this: if you can do it, and my dad taught me this. If it's something that you find that you can do over and over and over and over again and not get $1 for it, and you find yourself and it didn't bother you because you didn't make money, that's your passion. And once you find your passion, then make profit from your passion and figure out how to make a hustle, because you know that you'll never get tired from that. Exactly. That's how you find out what you want to do. And once you find, like I knew here, I could throw a party and not get paid. It's so many parties that I didn't throw and put a lot of money and didn't get a dime. You know, or people didn't show up, but it did make me want to stop. You know, that night I wanted to quit. Like, I'm not doing no more parties. I ain't studying no parties. But then next week I'm trying to think about what party, and I'm looking at the calendar, and that's something that I feel like that I could do over, and I knew I could do over and over and over again, even if I didn't get paid. I'm like, this is my passion. Events is my passion, you know. And so if you could find that one thing that you can do over and over again, whether if it's braiding hair, whether if it's, you know, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, cooking, you know, whatever it is, if you can do that thing over and over again, that's your passion. And once you do that, then figure out how to put some numbers to that thing.
I hear you. All right, entrepreneur, Sarah Michelle. Well, anything, hey, I think you have told us everything, but I'm going to say this, my next event will be here.
Okay, yeah, and I would say bring it to the ladies' room. This is a place where, you know, you can just let your hair down. You know, I know, you know, the men want to come through the door, but really, ladies, this is a women's center where you can come and do any type of event, church event, sorority event, baby shower, workshop, classes, hair, makeup. This is what it's created for. So yeah, I would say bring it 5201 West 65th, the end of the plaza, a couple of doors from Chicken King. Come find me.
And it's easy to find.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
And may God continue to bless your sister.
You as well. Think of one idea, and then you be like, okay, let me pop some up off of that.
Right.
Because that's me. I'd be like, okay, let me find this. Oh, that's tight right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me do this off of that. And I think of events inside of an event.
Right.
So that's the same thing. Think of an idea inside of an idea.
Mm-hmm.